3 years ago, my studio looked like this. And I thought, nah, I can make this better. And I didn't just paint the walls or rearrange the furniture, bro, I started from scratch. Anyway, I filmed as much of the process as I could, and I thought I'd post it so that you can see what went into the making of Audubon records. I had also just gotten my braces off, so ignore the lisp. Alright, so I didn't really think to document any of this up until right now, so I'll just show you where we're at with the studio basement setup. So we dug up the floor, and you can still see the glue lines where the tile used to be, but we're going to sand that down so it'll just be a smooth cement, and then we'll finish it with a dark stain. I left the furring strips on this wall because we're not actually going to do the cable management thing that we are doing on these other two walls, which we'll need a custom we'll need custom studs for. So we'll be building that after we finish the floor. Alright, so I just cleaned up the whole floor, as you can see here. Now I'm going to mop it one last time, and then we're going to start staining it and putting a clear coat over that after. It's going to be a few days, but we'll get there. Just finished staining all of the concrete, as you can see here. It took a hot minute. It is currently midnight, but it's done. I just got to put the clear coat over it, which I'll probably do tomorrow night, and then the floor should be done, and we'll start on the walls. Alright guys, as you can see, the walls are done now. Well, framing them is done now. What I'm doing currently is I'm moving the outlets. They used to be a little bit deeper in the wall because the wall only went out so far. So now I have to move them all out to where they will line up with the drywall, such as this one. So that is today's task, and then after that, we'll be putting on the drywall. So I've really skipped through a impressive amount of stuff. It's been about a month since the last clip, I believe, and as you can see, we have all the drywall up. I patched it all, I sanded it all, I primed and painted it, and now I'm starting on the trim. So what I'm doing with this trim is that there are going to be two layers on the top. It's this white layer, and then there's going to be pallet wood on the outside of it. But on the bottom of the white layer, I'm going to be running LED tape lights so that there's light on the outside of the studio, because all the lights, as you can see, are in the middle of the room. Alright, so I'm currently getting these lights set up, and it's a problem because it's hard to explain, but when you're putting these lights up, there's a lot of soldering involved, and soldering is best to do facing down on a desk. But saying as they're on the ceiling, it's very hard to do that. So I'm having to like build a mock corner and then do a very bad soldering job to connect them, and then I'm gonna have to move them up there. It's really a pain, but I'm getting close to done. I have all the way from that corner to right there where they're hanging down, and then I have all the way from that corner to right here. So I just gotta do this stretch and then I'm done. It's just taken so many hours. Alright guys, so skipping ahead yet again. So we got the lights done. There are a few issues with them, but they're very minor issues, so I'll be fixing those later in the process. Anyway, right now I am lining this cable track, and I'm a little over halfway done, but essentially what I've been doing, so I roll up these rubber pieces in here, and then I nailed them down right here on the bottom, and then I put a bead of hot glue in the back corner, and then now I am stapling them up to the top, and then I will probably tape off the edges. I guess we'll see when we're done with that. Alright, so it's been a little bit. I'm kind of struggling with materials right now because I have to get a bunch of pallet wood to match this wall over here, because I'm trying to match all the trim to this wall so it ties the whole basement together. But that's a lot of pallets, so I'm getting pallets slowly and I'm putting up the trim. As you can see, I already got the top all the way done. So now all the lights are concealed and it looks pretty modern and nice and clean. I still have to do all around the doors, I still have to do the floor, and then I'm going to have a very small pallet wall under that box over there. So after I do all that, the pallets are done, and after that it's actually pretty close to done, but it's just taking a while right now. Alright, so once again, it's been a while. Things are happening slowly though, so not much has happened. As you can see, I have all the trim done, all along the floors and the corners of the doors. And we also painted the stairwell right here, so it matches this wall now. Currently what I'm doing is, so this piece of wood on the table is for the underside of this box right here. And I'm going to have lights in there, but I need to run wire from an existing electrical source to get to those lights. So that's what I'm working on right now. Once that's hooked up, I will probably do another clip and show you what that looks like. Alright, so I did it. I got those lights hooked up. They're Wi-Fi lights, they're color changing and dimmable and everything else that comes with smart lights. They're tied into the same switch as those two lights right there, so I can turn them off at the same time, I guess. Next I'm going to be putting pallet wood around this box right here. It's not going to look much different, but it'll match this trim up here a little better. I told you I was going to make a whole pallet wall underneath this box, but I ditched that idea because that would take way too much time, and I'm just not interested in that much time. I'm already starting to hate my life because of this project, so why bother? I'm not really sure what's next though, because materials are coming in pretty slowly, but I'll let you know once I figure that out. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm building very big doors that are going to go over both of the two, doorways. You know, the one there and the one right here. So I've cut up this 4x8 piece of MDF and I'm putting the trim on it right now, and then I'm going to hang them up with those tracks, and they're going to be sliding doors. So yeah, I'll let you know when those doors are done. It's going to be a lot of work. Alright, so it's been quite a while since I filmed, but this is just going slow and I'm losing my mind, so I'm kind of, not focusing on that. I'm just trying to focus on getting stuff done. A few updates though. I have the doors on. They're pretty loud. They do slide to cover the doorways, but they're quite loud, but I don't have an issue with it because they block a lot of sound, which is what I wanted. And then I'm also working on this cable track cover right here. So I still need to do that wall and a little bit of this wall right here, but pretty much it's just these panels, and you just open them up and you can put cables inside there to run it all the way across the room, and you just snap them back up to the magnets and you can run the wires out through these little rubber flaps right here. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm going to finish that up, and then we're currently building my desk and the other shelf that will be in that corner over there, and then we're going to be setting up after that. Alright, it has been pretty much exactly a month since the last real clip. I'm wearing the same shirt though, coincidentally. Okay, a few updates. I finished the cable track all the way around the room, so don't have to deal with that anymore. A couple of the magnets were ripping out of the wall, so I added these little cork stopper things on the corners here so that they don't make so much noise, first of all, but they won't rip the magnets out of the wall now. My desk is also coming along. It's not quite done. There's still a piece that needs to go on top of it, and I also have to secure the desktop to the actual frame because it could just slide off right now. In the last month, not a lot has happened, but I figured I'd update you anyway. I'm cutting a bunch of wood to make acoustic panels now, so I'll show you a time lapse of that. Yep, so the other day I made these 2 frames and I need 7 of them. They're going to be for the acoustic panels, but I can't make the other 5 yet because I need some more of those L brackets right there. So I'll do that when I get those, but in the meantime the basement's a mess, so I guess I'm going to clean that up and yeah, you can watch me clean. I have surgery in a week, so I don't know when the rest of this is even going to happen, but I felt like updating you, so yeah. Alright, I got surgery about 2 weeks ago, and well, I've been doing nothing for 2 weeks, but I'm back at it now, and I got the L brackets to finish all these frames, so I have 7 of these frames, and what I'm doing right now is I'm about to put insulation inside all of them, and then I'll get fabric to wrap them in fabric. Right after that last clip, I made a commitment that slightly altered the speed of my progress. The studio's not technically done, but I'm sure it can be finished by then. Yeah. My school wanted to use the studio in 2 weeks. Look at this. Desk, not finished. Acoustic panels, barely even started. Outlet covers, nope. Equipment? Anyway, I was like, yeah, that's cool. I was in such a rush for those 2 weeks, I didn't really get to film anything, but I did take some pictures. Anyway, now we're here. Present day, the studio is doing fantastic. Thanks for watching. There will be more videos soon in the studio, about the studio, how to make a studio, all this stuff I have planned. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.